Hey, welcome back. In today's whiteboard session, what I like to go through is really the concept of Business Central licensing. The idea for Business Central is we have an access point where you want to manage the access point remotely. As usual, the customer purchased the access point by itself and then has to purchase a license separately. So today, what I like to go through, one is license options, the different SKUs that we offer. And second thing is give a few examples on how the license is being used when you manage the access point on a monthly basis. So let me talk about the license option first. Okay, we offer 6 different SKUs that the customer can purchase. The first one gives you a capability to manage one AP for 12 months. The second SKU gives you one AP for 3 years or 36 months. The third SKU a person purchased is equivalent to 10 AP for 1 year or 12 months. The fourth SKU gives you a capability to manage those 10 APs for 36 months. And then the last 2 SKUs we have give you for a little bigger deployment, 50 APs for 12 months and 50 APs for 36 months. Now, the one great thing about Business Central is that these licenses doesn't associate to a specific AP. You can use this one AP license for 12 months for any of the AP you have a network, same thing for 10 AP, 36 months. It doesn't tie specifically to an AP. The best way to explain this is using the concept of some example that I will put together. Okay, but before I get there, so the benefit we taking this approach is that some of the challenges that we hear from partner is the concept of co-termination. Imagine you buy an access point day one, you buy one of these licenses that gets you to manage the 12 months, and then you buy the second access point, you buy another license, and allows you to manage 12 months, but the 2 subscription doesn't terminate at the same time. So it becomes a challenge for most partners to figure out when do I have to buy more license. With that concept in mind, we created a concept called token. Imagine each one of these, okay? You can translate that into number of tokens. Number of token, you can think of just the number of token that you use to manage the AP. 1 token equal management of an AP for 1 month. You take this number, multiply by that, you get number of tokens in the network. Okay, so if I do my math correctly, quickly you can see the number of token that's associated with, that should be 1800 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's equal number of tokens. You can imagine if you have 12 AP, manage 1 month. If you have 36 AP, you can manage 1 month and correspondingly. But the best way to do it is through some example, and I'll show you some of the example that we talk about here. Okay, so the first example I'm going to give you to illustrate this is I want to buy, the customer bought 1 AP on January 1st. Okay, and then he also buys a license to manage this AP. So let's say we assume the 1 AP for 12 months SKU. This one's simple. If you draw a little chart, let's say this is equal to remaining token or remaining month of subscription, plotted out in terms of time. Very simple. In the time that you have January, when you first bought this AP, you bought a license, you activate the license, you have 12 months left. The second month, February, you will have 11 tokens or month for managing this AP. And as you can imagine, when you get to December, you will have 1 token left. At the end of this year, January comes along, you don't have any token to manage this AP. This is probably the simplest way, and I think everybody can understand that. I'm going to go into a little bit more complicated. What happens when you have 2 AP? Okay, so let's say we take care of this. We say we got 2 AP. We bought 2 AP on January 1st. And then we still only bought that 1 license, the 1 AP for 12-month license. If I go through here, you'll see that initially you have 12 AP. In February, because you have 2 AP, it's going to deduct 2 tokens. So you have 10 AP license left. And then as you go on, before you get to December, you will run out of your token. In fact, by the end of June, you will have 2 tokens left, because 2 tokens for every month. And by the time the end of June comes along, July comes along, you don't have any more tokens. Okay? So the benefit is this, as you can see, both AP finish the subscription at the same time. So that's a second example. The third example, I'm going to get a little bit more complicated. So let's say we buy the AP at a different time. So let's say I bought 1 AP on January 1st. Okay. Okay. And let's say I buy the second AP, let's say June. Second AP in June. Okay. But I still only bought that 1 AP license for 12 months. Okay, on January 1st. Okay, this requires a little bit more math, not difficult math. Okay, so the idea here is that January you have 12 licenses. In February, you have 11 because you only have 1 AP at that time. Let's say March, April, May, June. Each one of these months you basically deduct by 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay? In June, you add another AP here. Okay? So I have 1 AP. Let's say this number of AP here in my notebook. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and now I have 2. So during this month, my AP count will be deducted by 2, so I go down to 5. Okay? Depending during when I bought it. So, okay. In August, goes down to 3. In September, goes down to 1, as you can see. Okay? So that's really the idea. But anyway, the key thing here is both AP1 and AP2, they will co-terminate their subscription at the same time. So that's really the concept of our Business Central licensing. Hope you enjoyed this session, and I welcome you back for future session. Take care.